Civilization or Barbarism, an Authentic Anthropology by Dr. Cheikh Anta. Since V.V. Struve published the Papyrus of Moscow, figures 34, 35, 36, the international scientific community knows with certainty that 2,000 years before Archimedes, the Egyptians had already established the rigorous formula of the area of the sphere, S equals 4 pi radius squared. Struve, who did his utmost to find the approach of the Egyptian mathematicians, thinks that they use the empirical theoretical method comparable at every point to that of Archimedes. This remains arguable, but the Rhine Papyrus published by T. Eric Peat shows us that the Egyptians also knew the exact formula for volume of the cylinder. V equals pi radius squared. And the constant ratio between the area of the circle and its diameter. All the more reason that they had to know the area of the cylinder, which cut along a generating line becomes a rectangle, whose area they knew how to calculate. They must have established an elementary basic parallel that is glaringly obvious in comparison to the more difficult formula that they established, namely, establishing the ratio between the length of the former circumference that has become the length of the rectangle and its diameter to find pi equals c over d, circumference over diameter. They knew the exact formula of the area of the circle, S equals pi radius squared, with a value of pi equal 3.16. Therefore, they very probably knew the length of the circumference, L equals 2 pi times radius. With the same approximation as Struve shows it, but exercise 10 has brought us both the formula for the area of the sphere and that of the length of the circumference. In a similar vein, it is exercise 14 of the Papyrus of Moscow dealing with the calculation of the volume of the truncated pyramid, figure 36, that has allowed us to know that the Egyptians also knew the exact formula for the volume of the pyramid. Otherwise, we would still be debating today in spite of the materiality of the Egyptian pyramids, whether the Egyptians really knew the formula for the volume of the pyramid. But who can do more can do less, and those who have established the formula of the truncated pyramid knew all the more that, as luck would have it, the most complex expression, and analytically speaking, the most inaccessible, was rescued from oblivion by the rare papyruses that survived the vandalism of the conquerors. Thus, exercise 14 of the Papyrus of Moscow and exercises 56, 57, 58, 59, and 60 of the Rhine Papyrus in figures 37, 38, 39, and 40 show us that the Egyptians, 2,000 years before Greeks, studied the mathematics of the pyramid and the cone, and that they even used the different trigonometric lines, the tangent, the sine, the cosine, the cotangent, in order to calculate their slopes. This would not keep Archimedes from writing to the geometricians Dacites that it is Exodus of Cnidus who to whom we owe the measurement of the pyramid and of the cone. Furthermore, Exodus and Plato were former pupils of the Egyptian priests at Heliopolis, but as the documents prove, the Egyptians had already proceeded 2,000 years before the birth of these two, with the study that is attributed to them. In fact, the cube, the pyramid, etc., are also a part of the basic volumes improperly baptized Platonic bodies of work. Strove shows that the Egyptian mathematicians who established the rigorous formula for the area of the sphere, a formula identical to that which gives the area of the cylinder tangent to the sphere and of a height equal to the diameter of the latter, did not fail to associate these two figures in order to derive an empirical, theoretical, general method for the study of curved areas and volumes, and to establish the ratios of the area and the volume of these two bodies. We'll pause right here, continue back, chapter 16 of Civilization or Barbarism. I'm Uriel. Hi, Charlie.